Hello and welcome to another week of the weekly support and clarity from Spirit View. Okay, yeah, thanks for joining me. I hope you've had a fantastic week. We're doing this from Monday the 10th, I think, or the 11th, sorry, to Sunday the 17th of April. It's one of those dates anyway. Just to explain about how I work. So I work with my guides and all those in spirit who love me. I ask them to come close and to pass on any information, tips, techniques, or practices that may benefit you for the week ahead. Okay, cool. If you can just let me, give me a sec, I'll just seal off, tune in, and we'll get straight into the weekly reading. All right, this is an interesting one. All emotions have their place, and they're saying there's a reason why there's a vast amount of emotions is because we're quite sort of complex beings, really. And it's that thing that, if frustration or anger or, sadness rises up within you, they're saying there's obviously something in you which is connected to this particular emotion at that particular time. But instead of either just being angry or really being sad or, that sort of thing, and just sort of going with the emotion and getting caught up in it, how often do you allow yourself to really settle into it, to really notice what's around you, to really notice what that feeling is, and to really allow yourself to really fully feel it, but then fully feel it in a way in which you're not engulfed within that emotion. And they're saying this is where, this is where the word or the statement, it's come up in my readings before, practical compassion or objective compassion. And this is where you can have compassion, you can have empathy, but you can have it from an objective point. The reason why it could be called practical as well is because you're practically seeing and knowing and, resonating with what's there, but you're not attaching to it. So it's just something which is a real work in progress. And it's something which personally myself, I've been practicing for a while. I couldn't say how long that while was, but it's something in which, the more I do it, the better I get at it. But then I have days when it is hard, it's difficult, and, I'm not an expert at it. And they just said nobody is really an expert at these things, because if you were an expert of it, you'd be a master and you'd be ascending and then choosing to come back to help everyone else. There you got it. Just with emotions that arise over the next week, it's about recognizing them, seeing what they are, see how they interplay into what's going on in your life at that particular time, and what is actually the hook here, and how you can actually use this as a benefit, how you can actually allow yourself to really, sink into these emotions and allow these emotions to flow through you. As they flow through, you'll get the teaching, you'll get the learnings that you need from this, and they'll flow up and out. And then through doing that, you would have got the wisdom and the knowledge that accompanies this situation, or possibly the stepping back from that. I'm not trying to work out what everything's going on. Okay, this is going into Monday. Okay, so Monday they're saying stop trying to figure everything out. Stop trying to, sort of work out, why this is happening, why that's happening. They're saying some people get caught in rabbit holes where, something happens and then they try to work out what's going on, or they try to figure out the symbology of a particular situation or that sort of thing. And they're saying you could just go on and on and on with this. And some things, yes, they need to be, sort of investigated. They need to be discovered. But some things as well, you know, it's about allowing them to be for what they are. Uh, this is interesting because they're talking about the Sphinx. Actually, I'm not really, you know, much into Egyptology and that sort of thing, but they're saying there's real mystery around the Sphinx, around what it represents, around, you know, why it was created, around all these things. And you know, they said there's still a lot of mystery around the pyramids as well. But it's that thing too about seeing it for what it is, seeing it for the beauty it is, instead of trying to work out all the ins and outs. Because sometimes you get so caught up in the story that you forget to actually see the incredible beauty and the magic of what is there. So that's going into Tuesday. And they're talking about magic, and they're talking about the magnificence and the beauty of who you are. And they're saying, like, if you are able to on Tuesday, just stop every now and then and just take a breath and, you know, ask yourself, am I in my body at the moment? Am I recognizing my body? Am I recognizing my magnificence? Am I recognizing where I am at this time? And they're laughing because they're saying quite a few people out there are going to have busy days on Tuesday, and they're like, I don't have time for this, you know, this sort of thing. And they're saying this is probably when it's even more important to just stop just for a second. Doesn't need to be a long time. Take 5-10 seconds and just to allow yourself to be in that moment, and then to forge on from there, and then to keep flowing from there. Okay, which goes on to, this is cool how it's been flowing on there. So Wednesday, they're saying recognize the times when you're in flow and when you're not in flow. There is a lot of discrepancies around at the moment in, they're saying, a myriad of ways. And whenever there's a global transition, whenever there's a change in the energies within a particular culture or society or across on a more of a global system, there is quite a lot of things going on all at the same time. And so it's that thing about really asking yourself and recognizing when things are flowing for you, when they're easy, when they're fun, or they don't necessarily always have to be easy and fun, but when there's a smooth groove, you know, even when you're going towards a goal, or when you're really pulling teeth. And it could be about asking yourself, okay, do I need to keep, and it's about, yeah, asking yourself, feeling into it, do I need to keep pushing through this, or do I need to pull back a little bit, continue to do it, but maybe not at the intense extreme that I've been doing. Okay, so I think we're up to Thursday. I'm just got the okay. Thursday, what's on for Thursday? Okay, so it's funny, Thursday, this is an interesting one. It's about image, and it's about identity and personality. And, you know, there's been a lot of this going on, especially at the moment, and through, you know, the shift within COVID and that sort of thing, where people's personalities or their identities aren't really who they really want to be, or aren't really, you know, keeping up to the person that they're actually at this moment. This could be something from 5, 10, you know, 30, 40, 50 years ago, whatever it may be, however old you are. So it's that thing about checking in with yourself and checking in and going, actually, do my core values, do my identity, actually they just told me these are two very different things. Okay, we'll stick with identity. They just say core values is next. So with the identity, is my identity, or the way I'm perceiving myself, is it really who I am at this time? You know, are there things in which, you know, they're just showing me, you know, flicking off, you know, things in which don't suit you anymore, which could be the way that you express yourself, it could be the way that what you're doing in your life, the people around you, the activities or situations you're involved in. It's that thing about, does this really show the person who I am at this particular moment? And then going into Friday, and Friday they're saying, yeah, this is, it is about core values, but it's about integrity. And, you know, sometimes it's a good thing to check in with yourself, because, you know, your core values generally doesn't change, but sometimes they get a refining along the way. And this really goes into your integrity, into who you actually are as a person and what your makeup is. So, it's that thing about why not on Friday? You don't have to spend a long time, but just make a couple of dot points about, what's the thing in which really aligns with you? What's the thing that really flows within you? What's the things that you really hold true to yourself? And then for the weekend, because we're getting on to Saturday and Sunday now, they're saying then for the weekend, just be a little bit aware. Okay, the way I'm acting, what I'm doing, what I'm involving myself in, does this reflect my identity? But also at a deeper level, does this really reflect my core values and who I actually am as a person, what I really want from myself at a very base level? And they're saying, okay, we're going to do Saturday and Sunday together. This is about togetherness, actually. So this is about creating time to be together. It could be with one person, with a group of people. It could be with yourself as well. But it's that thing about that alignment and coming into align with yourself and coming into align with togetherness. So this may not be with people. It may be with the environment. It may be with animals that you live with, or whatever the case, but it's that thing about, they're talking about the how social we are as beings, and that sometimes that socialness, that togetherness is with other people, but sometimes it actually is in different environments. But it's that thing where, doing things together with other people and doing things as a team, they're saying it's a really beautiful, smart, and it's a way in which you can really share joy with other people as well, and you can really share the beauty of what is going on at that time. Okay. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I want to thank you very much for joining me. It was a lot of fun this week. Different as they always are. So if you'd like a session with me, all the links are below. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I've got a website, all under David M. John. If you pop that in, and there's my Google page as well. It's under my old name, Golden Lotus. Give me a call, give me a text. I love your comments and I love your feedback about my weekly readings. And have a beautiful week. Big love.